and thank you so much for coming again to my YouTube channel to watch another one of my fashion stylist tutorials. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'm gonna say that every single time I put out a video. Thank you for your patience as well, because I know I haven't posted out a video since New Year's. I've been really busy, but thank you guys for being so patient with me. Also, I'd like to encourage you guys, invest in yourselves. You know, if you've only seen one or two of my videos, I guarantee you, look through all of them, invest in yourself and take out some time and look at them, because, you know, I'm more than happy for you guys to ask questions, but I found a few of these questions I've actually already covered in my videos. So definitely please do take a look at my videos and, you know, get your career as a fashion stylist started. If I couldn't say it enough, your support is appreciated. So please do subscribe to my channel and keep updated with all the new content that I am excited to share with you this year. Also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or any, you know, queries, or even any videos that you would like me to cover, please do comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer that. This is really cringy for me, because I've had nails for years and years. I don't know how I managed to do styling with nails, but I like broke 4 or 5 nails over the Christmas period, and I literally was just like, I'm starting again. So I've taken off all of my nails, and this is just so cringy because I've got such a big fist and a big hand. Like, I just feel like I've got man hands, so forgive my man hands all over my mug. Anyways, I'm gonna start with my nonsense. Okay, so let's get started. So if you're following my blog, you've probably seen a blog post on this subject. If you're not following me, follow me. Definitely follow all of my social media platforms and stay updated with what I am doing. Like now, I'm working with a client at the moment, and I just thought it's a really good idea to talk on the things that I personally believe that you should also consider when pulling for a client. I'm really happy that the video that's been most popular on my channel has been about pulling clothing. I know that this is a big hurdle for all stylists. You know, we wonder whether do we work from the wardrobe that we have at home? How do we get brands involved and interested in what we're doing? So, you know, if you've mastered that step and you've managed to, you know, get an appointment, there are definitely some things that you need to consider before you start pulling or shopping, whether it's online or in store, or before you start pulling at the appointment for that client. Can we take a moment though for my Hickey London necklace? Thank you so much. I must admit, like, I've had this on all day, literally. Like, it was love at first sight. So if you guys want to find out where to get this gorgeous necklace from, do look in my description below. So let's talk about point 1, your mood board. Now, the mood board is very important for me. I am a person of bringing a small idea or image to life. So I always ask all of my clients to provide me with some form of mood board. Whether it's a mood board perfectly put out, you are going to get some people that are really not as creative as that, so they may give you like a series of images, a Pinterest board or something like that that they've seen, that they really, you know, they love. They feel like it's the perfect inspiration. This is what they want to create. It's really important that from a mood board that you can pick up a theme, you could pick up colors, you could pick up all those small things. That's so important because it's going to help you when you're pulling clothes. So for example, if it was going to be like a Chinese New Year theme, you know, they're going to book, you know, a nice Chinese model. The mood board is probably going to be red, full of vivid colors, you know, all of that. There's going to be some form of a theme. It's your job to dissect that mood board. Look at everything closely, question things, don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, I've had even a few stylist friends that have been given a mood board and they're just like, I don't get it. I find that a lot of photographers, they send me a mood board, and when you really think about it, it's like a photography based mood board, what lighting and what effects they want to create. What you are looking for is a concrete theme, a story, something that you can tell. You need to have a perfect eye for the details. You know, if it's a beauty editorial, most likely you're gonna really want to pull for jewelry. So what jewelry can you pick up that can go along that storyline? You know, if it's a fashion editorial, obviously it's going to be a mixture of clothing, accessories, all of that. So you've got to marry them both together to create a perfect story. So let's move on to the second step, which is body shapes and color palettes. So this is both important for editorial and personal styling, personal shopping sort of clients. Now, let's go with the editorial first. I'm a person that always asks to see the models that I'm working with. Now, most likely with models, you don't really need to go with body shapes so much. Most standard agency models are a size 8. You know, you may get some that have bigger boobs, you may get some that, you know, have bigger hips. It really is important to look at these things, because I know that if obviously the model is really, really big chested, if you're going to pick up a bikini top that's tiny for obviously a flatter sample size model, it's not going to work. It's going to look absolutely stupid. So it's really, really important for you to consider these small things. Look at the model, look at their assets, you know, their legs. Have they got really long legs? Can they carry that really long maxi dress amazingly? You know, all these small things, it matters. Hips, boobs, their skin tone, because, you know, going with color palettes and stuff like that, you need to have colors that are complementary to skin tones. You don't want to pick up a really, really sickly color that is going to make your model look sick. And we don't want all that tan going on from the makeup artist and then possibly ruining your clothing samples. So yeah, look at all these things very, very closely, even down to hair color. It's really, really important. What length is their hair? You know, if they've got really short hair, for example, they could pull off a really great androgynous look. So then you can maybe even go for like more androgynous pieces when you're pulling. If they've got really, really long hair, there's no point getting something that's really, really detailed, you know, at the shoulders, because if everyone wants their hair all down, you're gonna miss out on all of that important detail from that designer. So just look at it really, really closely in that way. When it comes to personal shopping and personal styling, definitely it's the same things. You need to look at the hair, you need to look at the skin tone, but definitely body shape as well. There is a video that I'm going to do on dressing for body shapes. I am a person who, although yes, I do believe that some of the standard ways of dressing for body shapes is very important, I still feel very excited that we're living in this era right now where it's just like, this is my body, deal with it. So I'm a person that I do like to bring a waist to a body, but at the end of the day, you dress how you want and how you feel. Most of these standard ways of dressing, it tells you to balance out the body. But come on now, we are all embracing our curves. We're all embracing different body shapes. You know, we are women and we should look however we want to look at the end of the day. So I will do a video on that, but it's definitely something you should consider, because speak to your client, you know, do they want their hips to look smaller? You know, if they are a pear shape, for example, they want their hips to look smaller. You know, there are standard ways for dressing to achieve this. So let's go on to point number 3, which would be the brand or the brand customer. Branding is such an important thing, even for yourself. Kind of creating a brand for yourself is very, very important. And creating a brand, you need to have strong core values, let's put it that way. Whether it's, you know, what you stand for, your color palette, you know, all these small things are very, very important to consider. Say you've got a client, it is, you know, girl boss. What comes to mind is femininity, feminism, pink, black. That's what kind of comes to mind. That is strong branding that they have created. Now, it's so important to consider this when pulling, because this will also alter what you pull. Also, you know, we can think about the customer for certain brands. You know, it's important to look at that. So if your client's customer is young, you know, say it's a young fashion brand, you know, something like ASOS, they cater for the 20-somethings. So you know that you're going to be pulling pieces which cater to this age range. There's so many different people that take this into consideration, even when building a brand. You know, who is my customer? What colors are going to affect them? Who will this pull in? You know, all that sort of stuff. It's very, very, very important for you to consider it. It's all about what your client wants at the end of the day. So you need to make sure that you have on lock who is their customer, what is their branding about, what colors are really important. You know, I've even had a customer, a client whose branding colors was hot pink fuchsia and black. And I remember throughout the whole shoot, I had to literally pick up samples and pick up pieces, shop online for perfect items in these colors. Now, it was a bit difficult because, yeah, now we've got all this pink going on, but at that time there wasn't much pink going on at all. But I managed to make it work, and I searched and I searched and I searched, but this is huge. I mean, why not ask? If you don't know, if you haven't done your own research, which I really, really do recommend for you guys to do on the brand, and when you get a client, research them. But ask, you know, who is your customer? You know, what sort of colors do you want to go for? What kind of vibe do you want to go for? Who is this reaching out to? This could even be for a magazine. Most magazines have what we call a media pack, and it will even say, you know, what age range buys their magazines. You know, is it more males? Is it more females? All of these things matter, because it literally can help dictate what sort of stuff you are pulling. Be really, really particular, and, you know, just show that you're a great stylist. Now let's move over to the 4th point. What is the focus of the shoot? So let's maybe talk about editorial. We've got beauty editorials. So the focus, of course, it's going to be the makeup. Now, for me, one of my tips for beauty editorials is to never really overdo it. It depends, you know, if on your mood board it is, you know, full on, fair enough. But for me, I go very minimal when it comes to beauty. I want beauty to shine. It's a beauty editorial. So I may do accent rings, accent, you know, necklaces, earrings, maybe a headpiece, netting, whatever it is. You know, I love bare shoulders for a beauty editorial. This is stuff that I love, you know, and this is me considering the focus of the photo shoot, not overdoing it. I've had clients of mine, like sleek, the hair is the focus. So at the end of the day, when I am pulling, even when I'm selecting items, I am making sure that I am pulling pieces with no sleeves. You know, I'm doing small straps, maybe interesting straps at the neckline, making sure even a multi-way dress, I am tying it in interesting ways, so that when they are cutting off this headshot and they're showing the hair, it is the hair that is shining and it's not the clothes. The clothes is supposed to accent it. You know, what is the client's focus? What are they trying to show? My client Twisted Halo, when they had bottles, I had to make sure that the clothes that I was pulling was commercial enough and believable, but also that it didn't outshine the bottles. So I even had to look at the branding and, you know, look at the colours on the bottles, and pick all of that sort of stuff and make sure that it all could marry together perfectly, so that what I was kind of pulling on set and, you know, styling the models in, it wasn't too over the top. It is time for the product to shine. As a stylist, you've really got to know when to be able to do this, you know, when to go full on and when to kind of reel it in and really let your client's brand shine. And fifth, which is the most important for me, it is the client's opinion. Now, when pulling for clothes, certain clients who are all over the place, I tend to kind of create a mood board. Now, if you're following me on social media, you would have seen that, you know, on in Insta stories, I posted up, you know, a peek of a mood board that I was working on, even showing you how I was making clothing selections, and also you would have seen that I posted up as well like a page on my client's mood board. Now, I create mood boards myself. I will even show you guys how I kind of create a mood board, but I kind of create these to, again, help refine my client's vision. Now, this works amazingly, especially for those clients that you are buying stuff for, you know, to kind of show them that, you know, for this look, I'm gonna go for these outfits. Now, this is my model and I'm gonna put this sort of look on them. I'll try and show you an example here, but I've even went as deep as saying, you know, on this model, this is gonna be the top, the trousers. Here's a second, you know, option, maybe even a skirt that will look great with that, and then these boots will really tie in well. And I will kind of do a full mood board so that they can kind of be like, yeah, that's gonna look great, that's gonna look great, I'm not really sure about that. You know, we do get stylists that don't really like doing this. You know, they want to be the full expert, they want to pull everything and work on set and just make it work. I'm really like a people person, you know, I am sort of a pleaser, and at the end of the day, I want to make sure that, you know, my client's vision is what shines. You know, yeah, I've got an opinion, but at the end of the day, it's someone's dream, it's someone's project, do you know what I mean? So you've really got to work hard and consider, you know, your client's opinion. Asking them, it's the best thing that you can really do. Even with magazines, let me put it in an editorial sense even, because yeah, all of that sort of stuff, it's more commercial based. You really got to know what theme, for example, the magazine is doing, what sort of editorials do they take. I've had before where I've done an editorial and we've submitted it to a magazine and they didn't take it. It's not that the editorial wasn't great, but it just didn't fit their focus, it didn't fit their customer, it didn't fit their branding, it just didn't fit what they usually done, especially it didn't fit the theme for that issue of the magazine. If you're gonna submit to a magazine, you know, just say, you know, what sort of themes have you got coming up, you know, I'm interested in submitting. And say for example they've got one where it's like female icons or Madonna or Gaga or, you know, or metamorphosis, these random artsy sort of themes, but at least, you know, you've got something to go by. So, you know, you can start creating some editorials which kind of go along these lines and send it to them. It's gonna be relevant. So it helps save a lot of time if you consider these things. So thank you guys so much for watching again. I hope this was helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share, guys. I really want you guys to share this video to help, you know, more people see what I am doing. Also, if you've got any questions or any topics, don't forget to comment below. Take a look at the description below because I've put a link also for my shop. Please do support me with that, guys. Also for workshops and for mentoring, I'm still doing those, and I'm working out doing a workshop for you guys. So definitely do sign up and stay in touch with me to keep updated with that. I'm working on it, guys, I promise you. But I am so busy. So please do bear with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again soon, but make sure that you stay focused and you stay motivated, but most of all, girl, stay slaying. Bye.